Every man has been in a situation where desire simply vanished due to a detail that couldn't be ignored. The smell, the touch, the appearance, all of these directly influence attraction and pleasure. And when everything is just right, the experience becomes much more intense and unforgettable. Many don't talk about this openly, but the truth is that male preference follows a very clear pattern. The feeling of cleanliness, natural freshness, and proper care make all the difference when it comes to intimacy. This is not a matter of opinion, it's something that every man feels. On a deep level in this video, the topic is straightforward: what truly ignites desire and what can instantly kill the mood. No speculation or guesswork, just what every man knows but few openly discuss before continuing. Check if you're already subscribed to the channel so you don't miss more content on health and sexual education. This video gave you valuable insights. Hit the like button so more people can access it. And I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Type 1 if you like the topic, or 0 if you have suggestions to improve the content. Your participation is important. Nothing ruins the mood faster than an unpleasant smell or the feeling of poor hygiene. This isn't about being picky, it's biology. Humans are guided by their senses, and smell plays an essential role in attraction. A pleasant scent triggers desire, while a bad odor can cause immediate rejection. The interesting part is that many men don't talk about this openly. They simply avoid repeating the experience. Cleanliness is not just about aesthetics, it's also about well-being. When someone feels fresh and well-groomed, it reflects in their attitude and confidence. And believe it, confidence is aphrodisiac. Now picture a man excited for an intimate moment, who upon getting closer, notices an unpleasant odor. He might try to ignore it, but the excitement will never be the same. Humidity, excessive use of synthetic fabrics, and even diet influence body odor. A proper hygiene routine makes all the difference. Not just for the couple's pleasure, but for overall health. Through all, no one wants a special moment to turn into a disaster. Just because something that could be solved with a shower was ignored topic may be controversial, but the truth is that most men have a preference when it comes to body hair. Some like it completely smooth. Others prefer a bit trimmed, and some don't care much about it. But one thing is almost unanimous. Proper care makes a difference. When everything is well maintained, desire increases. Want to enhance your sex life and strengthen the connection in your relationship in my digital book, Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60, you'll find practical guidance to rekindle desire, overcome physical and emotional challenges, and enjoy a more fulfilling relationship. Click the link in the pinned comment and discover how to transform your love life. It's not just about aesthetics, it's also about sensation. Smooth skin provides a more pleasant touch, making the moment more intense. On the other hand, an area that's neglected can create discomfort. This is not about imposing rules, but understanding that appearance influences desire. And of course, we can ignore that. Body hair also affects hygiene. Hair accumulates sweat and can retain odors. This doesn't mean being 100% hairless is mandatory, but keeping everything well groomed and clean is essential in the end. Male preferences may vary, but attention to detail never goes unnoticed. And the most interesting part, many men don't talk about this directly, but their reactions make it clear when something pleases them or when they wish it were different. Every man has experienced a situation where desire simply disappeared due to a strong and unpleasant smell. Smell is one of the senses most closely tied to attraction. And when something isn't right, the body reacts instinctively. Problem is that many don't know how to differentiate between what's natural and what truly signals a lack of care. There's a natural body scent that varies from person to person and isn't necessarily bad. The issue arises when hygiene isn't up to date or when external, internal factors interfere with freshness. Synthetic fabrics, excess humidity, and even overuse of perfumes can create an unpleasant effect. The worst part is that often trying to mask a bad smell only makes the experience worse. A man who has encountered an overwhelmingly strong scent knows the impact it can have. In the heat of the moment, desire can simply vanish. The ideal approach is not to hide or mask, but to ensure everything is naturally pleasant. And when that happens, the experience becomes much more immersive and enjoyable with no unpleasant surprises. Many men have had an intimate moment ruined by the strong scent of a product. Excessive perfumes, overly fragrant soaps, and even wet wipes may seem like good choices at first, but in practice, they can be more disruptive than helpful. Problem isn't the pleasant smell itself, but the fact that these products can mask natural odours and sometimes signal that something isn't right, contrary to what many think. A natural scent, when within normal limits, can be far more attractive than an attempt to disguise it. Men tend to notice when something is overdone, and often it has the opposite effect. A strong perfume can be overwhelming and even signal insecurity. Daily hygiene takes care of almost everything without the need for artificial tricks. Excessive products can end up disrupting the natural balance, making the experience less enjoyable for men. The feeling of freshness and cleanliness makes all the difference. But nothing beats something that is naturally pleasant. When everything is right, nothing else is needed. Male desire is highly sensory. Touch, smell, and taste directly influence the intensity of pleasure. When something is off, a man notices right away. That doesn't mean he'll openly talk about it, but enthusiasm can drop drastically. And when it comes to oral sex, every detail matters. A fresh, clean sensation can make the experience much more intense. It's not just about basic hygiene, but also about a feeling of comfort and well-being. When everything is clean and naturally balanced, pleasure increases. On the other hand, if there's any sign of neglect, excitement can turn into discomfort. Another important factor is texture, soft skin, and the sensation of cleanliness. Enhance desire even more often. Men can't exactly explain what makes a moment special, but they can tell when something feels different, and when everything is as it should be. The desire to prolong the experience comes naturally. Male, pleasure isn't just about visual appeal, it's about a combination of sensations. A pleasant environment, a gentle touch, and a natural aroma all contribute to making the moment unforgettable. Men are naturally visual. The first impression greatly influences desire. And when it comes to intimacy, this becomes even more evident. This doesn't mean that every man has a single preference or follows a fixed standard, but taking care of appearance always stands out. Small details matter, and a well-groomed look can make attraction even stronger. Well-maintained skin with no signs of neglect conveys a sense of freshness and cleanliness. This doesn't mean following strict standards, but rather that appearance influences the desire for closeness. Men notice everything even if they don't always talk about it. A sloppy appearance can have a negative effect, while signs of self-care spark even more interest. Another factor that weighs on male perception is confidence. The way a person feels about their own body reflects in the energy of the moment, when there is security and comfort. The connection happens naturally in the end. What truly ignites desire is not a specific standard, but the combination of care, hygiene, and attitude that without a doubt makes all the difference. Men tend to notice small details during intimacy, even if they don't talk about them openly. Some simple habits often overlooked can make a huge difference in making the experience more engaging and free of discomfort. It's not just about hygiene, but a set of practices that make everything more enjoyable. For example, room temperature has a bigger impact than most people realise. A stuffy space can intensify natural odours, while a well-ventilated environment creates a refreshing sensation that increases comfort. Another crucial factor is the pace of the moment. Rushing can make everything less pleasurable, while a more relaxed approach allows excitement to build naturally. Small gestures before intimacy also matter. A fresh shower may seem obvious, but it's a detail that many men appreciate more than they admit. Similarly, a softer touch and well-guided initial contact enhance the connection. All of this makes the experience more pleasurable and free of unpleasant surprises, turning each encounter into something truly special. Many men have well-defined preferences when it comes to intimacy, but few openly talk about them, whether due to politeness, fear of seeming too demanding, or simply not wanting to create an awkward situation. They often keep certain opinions to themselves. However, their reactions leave clear clues about what excites or discourages them in an intimate moment. Hygiene is one of the most valued factors, but there's another detail that matters just as much: naturalness. What truly sparks desire isn't exaggeration or an attempt to appear artificial, but a genuine sense of care. Strong perfumes, for instance, can have the opposite effect, pushing someone away instead of attracting them. Another rarely discussed aspect is how the moment unfolds. Many men prefer everything to flow naturally without forcing situations. Small gestures such as an engaging approach or a well-executed touch make all the difference when there's chemistry and both partners feel comfortable. The experience becomes much more enjoyable, and in the end, that's what truly matters to most. Every detail plays a role in intimacy: freshness, softness, a well-maintained touch. All of these factors influence desire and the connection between partners. Many men notice these aspects, even if they don't openly talk about them. When everything is just right, the moment becomes far more engaging and pleasurable. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think body hair removal influences male desire, or do you believe it varies from person to person? Share your opinion in the comments this video gave you. Valuable insights, hit the like button. Now, your support is essential to help this content reach more people and strengthen the channel. And if you want to keep learning about men's health and sexuality, check out the other videos on the channel. There's plenty of content made for you. Take advantage and subscribe now so you don't miss anything new.